pulling out, play the heat.
What is going on, everybody? Welcome back to the Sorta Interesting podcast, and welcome back to our Batman review series, where we are reviewing Batman movies leading up to the release of The Batman, starring Robert H. Pattinson. The H stands for hotel, coming to theaters March 4th, but we are watching it March 5th, and I just realized we have 8 tickets, but that's okay. But we are watching it March 5th on the 8th. On the 5th with 8 tickets, no problem. My name is Christian Patam. With me is the Iceman himself, the Brown Knight, as they say. Myles, darling. Myles, how you doing, buddy?
I'm doing great.
We got the Batman coming out, and I cannot be more excited, man. I had to snipe those tickets, and we're watching it in Dolby screening, and there's no other way to watch a movie like Batman other than Dolby, so thank God.
Mm-hmm.
It would make it a little better if it was Dolby and if it was IMAX, but, you know. With IMAX, though, there's not, they don't have those recliners in IMAX, unfortunately. It's always those shit seats because they have so many seats in there that they can't fit recliners.
That makes sense.
They usually have a lot more. But today, Myles, we have a long rundown going on because this movie is as good as it could get, so I included so many details in this rundown. So we're going to keep this side podcast a little short. I do have a trailer I want to watch, a trailer I've been holding off on for a couple weeks here. Jurassic World Dominion, the newest Jurassic Park movie, coming out in, I believe, few months here. I think it's in like May or something like that, so we still have some time to go, but of course we're gonna have to do a little a Jurassic Park maybe movie marathon, which I'm excited about because, as you know, as hopefully the people at home watching know, Jurassic Park, the first one, my favorite movie of all time. So I would love to do a little review for that whole series, but the last 2 movies, not great. First 2 movies, I think, are fantastic. I'm tired of the fucking, as I said before, I'm tired of the Lost World slander that's been going around for years and years. Jurassic Park 3, of course, terrible, but the last 2 I'd say are terrible as well. But let's get into this trailer for Jurassic World.
It's your domain, buddy.
I know, but fuck, man.
It's your world, and we're just living in it.
The last 2 with Chris Pratt, man, I remember watching that motherfucker. That first one, I think it was just Jurassic World, twice in the movie. I gave it 2 chances, and it still disappointed me both times. So
that's fine. That's fine. You can't. It can't all be winners. You're like the Ross Geller of Jurassic Park. You're the paleontologist.
Oh fuck, he was a paleontologist. Damn, man, what a fucking job, by the way. Like, how much does he get paid? There's no way he gets paid enough to live in those goddamn apartments in New York that.
Oh, come on. This was I think they priced it out. This was like many years ago. They priced it out. That shit would have been well over like $4 or $5 grand. A month. Come on. How big it was? The floor space.
Huge, a massive apartment. I don't understand, but let's get into this Jurassic World Dominion trailer. Myles, if you didn't know, the original cast from the first movie is coming back into this movie, so I am very excited for that. But let's go ahead and get into this. Can you see the screen here?
Yeah.
Okay.
Full screen, baby.
Yeah, let's make this full screen.
And I can hear it. That looks great.
I wanted to show them something that wasn't an illusion.
Little John Hammond VO.
Really?
Damn, where is this? This has to be in like Colorado or some shit.
Wyoming, huh?
Yeah, somewhere like that, huh? Because usually, I'm gonna pause this for a second, but usually they're in like Isla Nublar. That's like a Costa Rican island. So this is the first time we actually seeing them in America, like on our home turf here. So this is gonna be interesting to see.
Stateside, baby.
Yeah.
Creation.
Dude, a raptor in the snow is something I never knew I wanted to see, but that is fucking dope, dude. With a baby rap?
They would have feathers, huh?
God, fuck that noise. I hate the thought of dinosaurs with feathers. I cannot stand that shit.
They find her.
Look into your heart, you know it to be true.
That's our job.
Humans and dinosaurs can't coexist.
You know, with Chris Pratt.
Oh, damn, this whole deadliest catch right here.
Ecological disaster.
Cornelia Marie? Oh, no.
The Cornelia, aboard the Cornelia Marie. Laura Dern
Laura.
and Sam. Dude, Sam Neill looks amazing. Wow.
He does.
And
So is Laura.
Oh, she always looks amazing.
Yeah. Yeah, there's...
Oh my god. This is amazing. Dude, look at his hair. Wow. Samuel
Skip the beat.
We're racing.
Oh, that one has
our
face.
species. We not only lack dominion.
There we
over
go.
nature,
Look at those transitions, too. The red
we're
shades.
subordinate to it.
Whoa. Oh, parkour with dinosaurs?
I love it. So, there you go.
Yeah, it's a fucking furry dinosaur. Goddamn.
Come back.
I always come back.
Oh, shit. In Italy or something?
Everything with stones is Italy, huh?
Who's that? She is.
I don't know. She looks like
She is very
young
pretty.
Ada.
Furry pterodactyl. Oh,
Don't
man.
move. Bigger. Why do they always have to go bigger?
June 10th. Oh,
Coon.
that is gonna be so good in Dolby. Oh boy, I cannot wait. Oh man, but dude, that little like Spinosaurus, whatever that one is,
Spinosaurus, I
dude,
love it.
that motherfucker is so scary. That might have been one of the
He's
scariest
vicious.
fucking things I've ever seen. Jesus Christ.
I want
that
to see
shit-
somebody's face get melted, okay?
That shit was right in her face, dude. That kind of freaked me out a little bit. But yeah, very much looking forward to that. Let me switch here back to the podcast for that. I gotta do all this shit manually. Hold on. What is your history with Jurassic Park? By the way, you've seen
Jurassic
how many
Park.
how many of these movies have you seen?
I have not seen the most recent one.
Okay. Jurassic. Shit. What is it? It's
Jurassic
one of the worlds.
World.
Yeah, world something. Damn
Yeah,
it. That's okay. It's not
yeah.
great. I mean, we'll get into it eventually, but
I did see the Transformers with Jurassic Park crossover. You know the where they have the dinosaur.
yeah.
I'm just-
Yeah. Which one was that? That was a weird one. That was.
I don't know which one that was, but they had. But I think it was with Mark
Dark
Wahlberg,
Knight
huh?
or something like that. Yeah. No, fuck. That's what
That's
the
what
best
we're
movie we're
watching.
fucking today. No,
We're reviewing,
shit.
okay?
Last night. I think it's the last night. Jurassic Park, the last night or something like. Not Jurassic Park. Transformers. Jesus fucking Christ. I think it's the last.
Yeah,
night,
I just kind of screwed you up there. I threw something in your head.
You did
just
throw
got it all.
way too many things in my head right now. I'm
Oh,
fucking
man.
freaking out.
Holy shit! We'll touch on Jurassic Park when
Yeah.
you did. There's a lot to say about that. I know you love that place, or that place.
See,
that
now I got you
fucking-
fucked up. You see?
Yeah,
But,
I know you love it.
huge fan. Cannot wait. But Myles, let's get into some production details for The Dark Knight. Release date July 18th. 2008, almost 3 years after the first movie. Writer-director Christopher Nolan, again, budget of $185 million, which is $30 million more than the first movie, and a box office of, Myles, $1 billion.
Whoa.
$1 billion, putting it at the top spot for the highest grossing movie of 2008 and putting it at the 48th most highest grossing movie of all time. This was the first comic book movie to reach the $1 billion mark worldwide. So how about that? Then a runtime of 2 hours and 32 minutes, which, just like the first movie, I'd say this just flies by. Again, 2 hours and 32 minutes doesn't even feel like that at all. But Myles, what were your initial thoughts of The Dark Knight?
I could see your overlay here, by the way, and it says Batman Begins.
Oh my God, it does. That's okay.
That's all right.
I'll change it real quick. Yeah, you keep talking, I'll change it.
So I think that this. I mean, the more I watch this, because I have a deep love for Dark Knight Rises, the last one in this series. But man, every time I go back to this one, it kind of like kindles that just love for this series and why this movie is regarded as the best of these three by many people, probably you included, right?
Oh yeah, definitely, absolutely.
And it just hits on so many levels, and it's just like the first one, but better. I don't know how to explain it without going into details right now, which we're about to go into. But performances all around are just great. The casting is great, aside from a recast that is very debatable. Although, and we're talking about Maggie Gyllenhaal replacing Katie Holmes.
Yeah,
and she is a better actress, just not better on the eyes. I feel terrible for saying that. No, I don't. That besides that, you get great performances all around. The late great Heath Ledger,
man,
arguably one of
I keep
the
forgetting.
greatest
Honestly, I keep
performances.
forgetting he's dead. Like it's shocking to me that
It
hasn't
hurts.
been with us for a while now. Yeah,
This was one of his last performances.
over a decade
extreme-
now he's been gone. God damn.
and it just cements him in there as probably the greatest probably the greatest villain in comic book movie history.
In movie
In
history,
my opinion.
yeah, definitely, absolutely.
He just really
Won the Academy Award posthumously. First superhero character to ever win the award. So,
I mean, he's got that on his mantle in heaven or hell. He could be, you know, you never know.
He could have been a little fucker. We don't know, but
We don't know. Yeah, I just got nothing but praise for this movie.
did you watch this one in the movie theater?
I did.
You did?
I
Okay.
did watch
Yeah,
this movie in the
yeah.
theaters, and it was amazing. I wish I
Yeah.
could watch it in theaters again.
God, imagine watching
know?
this in Dolby now. Oh my
my
God. God,
Just
damn.
the sheer, like, the way Christopher Nolan makes these scenes seem so grand with the music that plays and just the intensity. Sometimes it's completely quiet, or you hear like a small little like
the music cues
like
in
noise
this.
and-
Oh
and-
my
yeah.
God, so fucking
And then-
good.
like in the beginning when you get that ticking and it's just like it's silent, and I don't know, there's just talking, but there's a lot going on, but you're following it so intensely from the get-go. It's really a masterpiece. I love this movie.
It's a masterclass in movie making. This movie for sure.
It really is, especially for it. This was 2008, right? This was when
Yeah.
MCU started kicking off.
This was the same year as Iron Man, I
Man.
believe.
Iron
yeah,
Man 1.
Yeah.
Mhm.
Yeah, so-
And yeah, this is like the OG of, well, Batman Begins was really the OG of like modern day.
for
comic
sure,
book.
that was the blueprint for how to make a good comic book movie. Yeah,
And
definitely.
you were always wondering, like, how is a sequel going to do based off of a comic book movie? Because there's so many stories of comics, like you can't make enough movies of them. But will it fall short? Well, is it gonna? This just surpassed it in every single way possible.
Yeah, definitely. But yeah, I very fondly and vividly remember watching this movie multiple times that summer with my dad in the movie theaters. I remember watching this movie and the movie Wanted with fucking James McAvoy that same summer in the movie theater. That movie does not,
Angelina, right?
yeah, does not hold up at all anymore. I remember watching that and thinking this is one of the coolest fucking movies I've ever seen in my life. And then I don't know what happened. Just time went on. That movie starring Chris Pratt as well, a young Chris Pratt and James McAvoy.
Oh, really?
But yeah, that movie is terrible.
Before he found
now.
Jesus, yeah.
Don't ever watch that movie ever again. It was maybe watch the first 5 minutes. Other than that, it's terrible. But I don't know if you remember this, but even before the movie released, do you remember like all the character posters and like all that shit that came out, like all the promotional material that was coming out? Because I remember yeah.
No, yeah, I was gonna say I
Yeah.
just vividly remember one particular one, and it was of the Joker. You know,
Oh, which one was it? Was it the one where he's like drawing the smiley face like on the glass?
it's the foggy, like,
yeah. Because that one
That
was
one.
like that one actually came out like later, like right before the movie. But I remember seeing like in like Entertainment Magazine where they had like those like little production stills, but they had like a piece of glass over like Heath Ledger, so you could see like the costume, but you couldn't see his face. So I remember being so fucking into it. Like, what is he gonna look like? I cannot wait to see what the Joker looks like. But yeah, I remember all the character posters that came out, all the promo material, and seeing let me actually bring up these character posters, because they don't do character posters like these anymore. Like these were probably some of the coolest character posters ever, because they had like, you know, the Joker like holding up the Joker card but like covering half his face. They had like Harvey Dent holding up the I believe in Harvey Dent pin, but it was like covering half his face. It was so fucking cool.
I remember something like that too, now that you mention it, the Harvey Dent one. Holy shit,
dude, those were those were like huge too back in the day, when they used to have like the massive ones hanging from like the rafters in the movie theaters. They just don't really do that stuff anymore, which kind of sucks. But hold on, let me show you these real quick. Let me change.
I think it's like hard to do on with modern, especially with MCU movies now, because of, like, say for Eternals, for example, that's an all new cast of characters. You don't know what they can do, who they are, so you gotta just they just look like Power Rangers.
It's giving too much away sometimes too, but yeah. Remember these posters? These ones right here with the card in the face. But can you see the screen here? Yeah. These were amazing. Seeing these fucking posters. I remember seeing this one too, and I was like, oh fuck, this was like my background on my iPod Touch back in the day. Like, I loved every single promotional material coming out from this movie, man. But fuck,
look,
dude.
there's that one on the bottom left middle.
Oh, this one, yeah. This one, I remember seeing this one too. I was like, oh shit, dude, we're in for some fucking shit with Heath Ledger. I cannot believe it.
And I remember when I had as my background that one famous picture from this movie where it was behind the scenes shit when Heath Ledger was doing a ollie over.
Oh on the streets, over Batman,
over Batman, where he's just laid out on the street, just like that epic.
I remember seeing that a long time ago too. But I definitely you know, and we finally get a fucking bat-suit, a new bat-suit that could turn its neck finally after 20 years of bat-suits. Which is a crazy thing to think about, but like you said,
and they even make it. They even say it in the movie too.
And then, like you said, the ensemble cast in this movie just so fucking good. Maggie Gyllenhaal, sister of Jake, whom I love as an actress. I think she's great as well. But I do wish Katie Holmes was back in this movie. But on a side note, I once heard Maggie Gyllenhaal's face described as a painting that got rained on. So I was like, Maggie, I think you're pretty, but that is such a accurate description of what she looks like. It does look exactly like that. I don't think that's very mean. I think it's just like, yeah, that's what it looks like. It's I think she's a good-looking woman, but
she'll take
at times her face could look a little,
weathered,
a little like kind of like saggy. I don't know what it is. I'm sorry.
Yeah,
I'm sorry.
Saggy Gyllenhaal. Okay. She does have some. I forgot what show she was in. I saw. I can't remember what it was. I think it was like based. It was based in like the 70s or 80s or 70s, and she played like a prostitute or something.
The Deuce, I believe.
Yeah, the Deuce. Yeah. And she put a condom on one of her fucking clients with her mouth.
Ooh.
Yeah.
Very cool. Maybe I gotta check that out. Then Aaron Eckhart. I
just say Eckhart.
Eckhart, right? I think that's what it is. Aaron Eckhart. As great as he was as Harvey Dent in this movie, I'm like, what the fuck happened to his career after this? Like, I have not heard or seen Aaron Eckhart in anything else after this movie. Like, this was the pinnacle of his career, and
he did just so good in
disappeared. Yeah, right. I don't understand what happened to his career, but maybe that's something I should have researched before this, but that's okay. And then we got fucking Eric Roberts as the crime boss, Maroni. Eric Roberts, the brother of Julia Roberts, and the father of my future wife, Emma Roberts, which I didn't even know that was her dad. I knew that was the brother of Julia Roberts. Did not know that was Emma Roberts' dad.
I did not know either, and that makes sense because I know that she is the niece
of Julia.
But I never connected those two because I only recently found out that he is her sister.
They don't even really look like each other, right? So it's kind of crazy. And of course, Heath Ledger, just the greatest superhero villain ever. Maybe I think right behind Thanos, but I think that's my opinion, though. You know what I'm saying? Thanos. I'm here. Josh Brolin never won an Academy Award, so what am I? What am I gonna say? Fuck me, right?
I think I don't know. I have a weird thing where I'm class. That's why I kind of corrected myself earlier.
Yeah.
When I said super villain, I just said villain. Because there, I don't know. There's villains that are way worse, that are super villains that have actual, like, in this particular movie, they're grounded. They're supposed to be grounded, where they're not. He didn't fall into a vat of fucking acid. As
Jack Nicholson style.
Yeah, and Suicide Squad style.
That's
and
right, yeah.
so there's no like supernatural ability about this guy.
I'm also biased too towards Marvel. Of course, DC has always kind of taken a back seat in my life ever since I was a kid. I was like, it's always been Marvel since forever. So and it's just two different performances. Josh Brolin is mostly all motion capture, still acting, but motion capture. And then this is, it's all just straight acting. So, it's apples and oranges, but I still think top two for sure. It's Thanos and Heath Ledger's Joker. But yeah, I mean, the man was the prime of his career and just taken way too soon. Probably one of the most shocking deaths in the history of my life for sure. Then in this storyline, man, it's so good that I can't even put it into words. You're going to see in this rundown that I did a terrible job of describing some scenes, so we're going to have to.
It's okay.
We're going to have to dive into that once we get there. But a movie that just transcends superhero movies and just goes into straight like historical significance as one of the greatest movies of all time. Like, it's something that Marvel just has yet to do yet still. You know what I mean? Like, as good as like Endgame was or Infinity War, it's like they still don't like pass that superhero threshold. Like there's no passing that glass ceiling for movies. It's still going to be considered just a superhero movie, not just a good movie in general. You know what I mean?
Just a great thriller,
Yeah.
Where there's intensity. There is intensity, but in a different kind of way. I know exactly what you mean.
Yeah, they're not going to be winning any, acting awards at the Academy Awards. Not going to win any kind of like best story kind of thing. It's all like, it's just dessert all the time with Marvel.
Yeah, that's true.
It's just eating cheesecake for 3 hours straight. You know what I mean?
This one was a whole meal.
Yeah, for sure. You get the appetizer, you get the main course, and you get the dessert, baby. Then
2 forks, salad fork, and fucking right. You get the bread in the beginning too. They're very.
But don't eat too much bread. You're gonna get filled up there.
Don't worry, there wasn't enough.
God, come on, one basket, bring two
I
baskets
know.
of bread
Come
at least
on.
before the appetizers. Bring 2 baskets of bread.
Like a Mexican restaurant, 1 fucking thing of chips. I need at least 2 here because I know it's gonna take at least 20 minutes.
Do we need to have the fucking butter frozen all the time so you can't even
my
spread it on the
God,
goddamn
the
bread?
worst,
Get
the
it together,
worst.
Cheesecake Factory. You warm that goddamn butter up. But to round this out here, that ending is the greatest, most hype ending I've ever seen in my life. Like, I was watching it at work. Everybody don't shoot the messenger. I was watching it at work. Okay, I got priorities. Okay, but I was
taking a shit. Okay, it's fine.
I was getting goosebumps at work watching this ending again. I get goosebumps and get teary-eyed every single time I watch this ending. Like, I'll pull it up every once in a while, like on YouTube, just to feel a little something. You know what I mean? Just to feel a little fire in my life. But yes, I'd say top 15 movies of all time for me. I like a lot of movies, so it's not exactly top 10, but I'd say top 15 for sure. It's up there. It's just so long. It's hard to watch a movie like this over and over again when it's this long, but top 15 for sure for me.
Hey, before I get started on this, I'm gonna be doing this rundown. I gotta get this. I broke the seal. I gotta.
Go ahead.
All right, ready?
Yeah, whenever you're ready for this rundown, Myles, go ahead.
Okay,
shoot your shot, young man.
Fucking night,
I'm ready.
Like
I'm ready for this rundown.
Potter. Movie opens up in Gotham where we see a group of fucking degenerates robbing a bank
Just
with
a
clown
bunch
masks
of fucking assholes.
Bunch of fucking guys. This movie starts like just fucking quiet. And then you hear glass break, and you see like
you're right into it. They just throw you right in, right into the deep
That's
end.
what I mean. And you're following along, just like with the music cues, with the little ticks, with everything. Oh man! And we got a great cameo in here, like just fantastic.
Fuck yeah, we do.
To begin, we see the team leader of the bank who. Crow! And I don't even know his name.
I
This
don't
is an
either.
actor. I
He's
have
Crew.
never known his name, but he's always Crew. That's not even his name in the movie that we get it from. He's fucking prison guard number 1. That's who he is.
Dude, remember his outfit in that movie, by the way? He had the fucking cowboy hat and his fucking tight ass, like super tight shirt. Amazing, dude. He looks so good.
Yeah, he does. They all look good. That movie, they all look good in that movie. We see the team leader trying to defuse the situation with his shot. Dude, his little
Shoddy Bugatti, yeah.
Oh, I love it.
Terrible aim. He's just hip firing the whole time. I'm like, what are you doing, man? Get it fucking together.
You know where you're robbing from? One of the robbers takes off his mask and we're introduced to...
You have any idea who you're stealing from?
You're stealing from... El Joker, played by Heath Ledger.
Sorry to interrupt, but just the yelling in this movie, there are so many good yelling lines throughout this whole movie. I cannot wait to get to those.
It's not all yelling, too.
Yeah.
The Joker, played by Heath Ledger, the Brothers Grimm himself. Man, what a movie.
What a fucking movie, man. Remember when they're like about to shoot each other and they're like, we're brothers, for God's sake.
Dude, that movie was one of the first movies I actually like.
I don't know what it is about it. Matt Damon and Heath Ledger.
Yeah. Excuse me. We see the crew take different crew. We see the crew take each other out one by one, and the Joker escapes via school bus with all the money.
I did a terrible job of explaining this in the rundown here, but this opening scene was so cool. Just quickly explaining what kind of criminal the Joker is in this universe. Just a tricky little trickster, man, with a lot more going on than what's being shown on the screen. Just a lot of behind the scenes stuff, a lot of deals going on that we don't see.
I love the part where he said, "I believe that what doesn't kill you simply makes you
stranger." But the way that crew is laying there, he's like, I'm like, how? What way did they shoot you where you're just like completely paralyzed? Like, did he nick your spinal cord? Like, what happened to you? You look like Woody after fucking Andy comes into the room. Just like
Andy's coming.
He's just fucking like on his like face. I'm like, what kind of screen direction is this? Why are you laying like that?
Oh man. Hey, you don't know. Have you ever been shot in the fucking wherever you got shot?
Exactly. Like, where did you get shot? But all the VO from like the guys in the clown mask was just a little much for me. Like the part where he's like, "Too bad the bus driver wasn't here to see that," or whatever. It's like, no, he's like, "I left that for the bus driver," and he's like, "What bus driver?" It's such a like Simpsons kind of like voiceover.
Yeah, it's that super like mocked up shit. Where it's just like it's coming out of nowhere, like
it's too much, but you know, it was cool. It's all good. It's very good.
It's all good. It's a great scene nonetheless. In a parking garage, we see one of the villains, the Chechen, meet up with the Scarecrow to deal some drugs. And we get a free introduction to not introduction, I guess.
And then the Chechen's like, "Y'all want to buy some drugs?" And then fucking Cillian Murphy's like, "Frisk me, frisk me."
Chechen, I love his I don't know, that actor.
My dogs are hungry. Yeah, where is that guy from? That guy's from. I'll look it up. You keep going.
Okay. And then Cillian Murphy, the dogs start to bark, and we see a couple of Fugazi Batman pop up. You can tell right away. He's Fugazi, it's a woozy. These fucking wannabe Bat Boys. The Tumbler busts in to crash the party. This is in a parking garage. Yeah. The Tumbler busts in to crash the party, and the real Batman starts whipping asses and.
Dude, I love that when his first entrance where he grabs the rifle and he just fucking you hear like the like, little, and he does that little like hand thing with the device. Like, we're getting more cool gadgets that I love to fucking see. And like you just did, he's just fighting with straight elbows. I'm like, let's fucking go. Whatever this elbow fighting is, it's awesome.
I forgot what kind. That's like some.
That's what he's in, Myles. He's in the tuxedo. He's the fucking bad guy.
Wow! No way. That's right.
Walter Strider.
Oh my god! Fantastic.
He's the fucking bad guy.
I love it.
Oh my god, that's why I know him.
This cast just gets better and better.
Totally.
Crane about to escape in a van when Batman comes flashing through. It was dope as fuck. Down on the van, crushing it, sending Crane back to Arkham.
I got a trivia fact here. So near the beginning of the movie, there was a scene where Batman pauses at the top of a parking garage, looking down a spiraling entrance ramp and at an escaping van and planning the exact time to jump. Christian Bale did this exact same thing with a chainsaw and a spiraling staircase in American Psycho. I was like, oh shit, Myles is gonna love that.
He's just
he's
holding it over.
I was like, oh shit, that's fucking dope. Yeah.
I'm getting a reservation at Dorset. No. Different scene, but
hi. Yes.
Same we get a little funny thing here where he ties up all the bad guys, including the wannabe Bat Boys, and one of them's like, "What makes us so different than you?" I'm not in hockey pads.
I'm not wearing hockey pads. I'm like, oh, it's the voice. Oh, here we go.
Yeah,
the voice again. Oh, Jesus. Too much for me, honestly, but it's okay.
I'd have been like, what?
Just a little.
Your fucking tick is a little loud.
I'm not wearing hockey pads.
So now he's fucking, what? He's from the Bronx or some shit?
Hockey pads. He kind of has that later. What he's talking about, we'll get into it later. But he's like, I let that psychopath fucking burn him half the hell. I'm like, okay, Christian Bale, your accent's getting a little Tom Hardy-ish over there.
A little psychopath.
Psychopath.
Cut back to the bank that was just robbed. Batman meets with Gordon. Gordon tells him all the banks Joker has been hitting are banks that launder money for the mob. We see Batman in his new Batcave, just an underground lair with incredible lighting.
Dude, and that setup, lighting. Dude, his setup with his like fucking 8 monitors, I'm like, dude, I need that shit so badly. Mm-hmm. It was awesome.
It's great. It's cool because in the first movie, you can see the progression. You'll see the progression throughout the movies, just the sophistication and just like how much better it's going. It didn't start off with a great like everything like all at once. He found the cave and now he's working.
Now that he's got that Wayne money, he's like, bro, I can get anything I fucking want. All right.
Yeah. Bruce plays some surveillance footage on his computer, and we're introduced to District Attorney Harvey Dent, played by Aaron Eckhart.
I got a trivia fact for that here. Matt Damon was offered the part of Harvey Dent, but had to turn it down because of a schedule conflict with Invictus, which came out in 2009, produced by and also starring Morgan Freeman.
Great movie too.
Yeah, I never watched that movie, but that's that South African, eh? Yeah, that's that. Did he have a good South African accent? Because that is a hard accent to do, especially for Americans.
It was respectable. Just the movie overall was very, very like fucking uplifting, heartwarming, kind of. It's good. I love rugby too, so it's gritty. It's easier to film rugby than it is American football. That's for sure.
Oh, okay. But were there any fucking prawns? That's what I'm fucking prawns.
No, this is when it's in Elysium, okay? This was
it would never have any pornographic activity with a fucking prawn, man. With a fucking prawn, man.
Is that cat food?
Is that the cat food? It's like a popcorn,
It's like a popcorn.
When the eggs are pop, it's like a popcorn.
Oh, what was Charlotte Copley?
Yeah, what happened to that guy? That guy also just gone after all that shit. He was in like movies every fucking year after District 9, and then just gone in the wind. Yeah.
We had the best fucking. Yeah, I mean, when Reddit used to do AMAs, he had the very fucking best AMA.
Dude, I think that was like the first time I've ever like heard of Reddit when you told me about that. At
really?
Al-Waha that one time.
Oh my god!
Yeah. I remember because we were sitting there at the table. You showed to me on your phone. I was like, oh my god, this is fucking hilarious.
It's fucking great, right?
What was he talking about? It was the question was like, whatever happened to Christopher? Did he ever come back for you? Like at the end of the movie, what did he say? He said 3 fucking years, man.
3 fucking, and he yelled like it's perfect because he spells it just like how you would hear him say it, all caps FOOOOK.
He said 3 fucking years, man.
Oh man, you guys are you're not cultured like us, all right?
Reddit.
Reddit. Oh god. We also see the new Rachel, played by Maggie Gyllenhaal, and it is revealed that Dent and Rachel are indeed fucking, and fucking hard are they? Yeah. While Bruce jerks to the tape.
You got another trivia fact here for you,
cucked, dude. He loves it.
He loves it though. He's like hanging himself in the fucking Batcave.
He loves the feeling of his bricked up. He loves feeling bricked up against the fucking the pattern in his suit.
Trivia fact here, even though Christopher Nolan offered the part to Katie Holmes, she decided not to reprise her role as Rachel. Instead, she opted to co-star with Diane Keaton and Queen Latifah in Mad Money that same year. Sarah Michelle Gellar, Isla Fisher, Emily Blunt, and Rachel McAdams were all considered for the role before Maggie Gyllenhaal stepped in.
I could see either one of them.
I could see Rachel McAdams up in for sure.
Yeah.
Emily Blunt too. I would love to see that. That would have been cool. But
that would have been really early on. That would have been before. That's before Devil Wears Prada, right?
I think it might have been a little bit after. I think Devil Wears Prada was a little bit before, but it was definitely before like her big stardom for sure. But yeah, I don't think that Maggie Gyllenhaal and Christian Bale had that chemistry that him and Katie Holmes had in the first movie. It just wasn't there for me. I don't know what it was, but yeah.
Yeah, I agree with you there. Cut to a trial being held for Maroney, played by Eric Roberts. That's right.
Love him.
Eric Roberts. We see Rachel and Dent working as an attorney team. The tag team in it. They've tag teaming it in the bedroom. Come on. A street thug takes the fall for Marconi, you put. Macaroni tries to pull a gun on Dent.
Marconi. Yeah, that's Eric Roberts' character, yeah.
It's Maroney, right?
Oh, yeah, Maroney. Sorry. Ooh, okay. My bad. I got Falcone and Maroney.
Falcone. Oh, yeah, there you go. Tries to pull a gun on Dent, but Dent disarms him and sends him to jail. What if that didn't...
Dude, he would have been fucking dead.
Yeah, he could have been dead. Yeah.
We also get the introduction of Harvey's coin in this scene here, which... Honestly, I love the way Nolan included that plot device in this like kind of grounded reality. And that coin is just so corny and cheesy in the past movies and even in the cartoons. But the more I watch this movie, like the more I love it, honestly, especially when Dent keeps saying like over and over again, he's like, I make my own luck. I make my own luck. And honestly, I didn't even suspect a double-sided coin the first time I watched this. So when I saw that, I was like, oh shit, that fucking makes sense the whole time now. He's been saying it over and over again. I'm not leaving it up to chance. I'm making my own luck. And it didn't even click until I saw the double-sided coin. I was like, fuck, man. Great plot device. So good.
It's something you don't catch until you're a little older, you're a little like wiser.
That's why I love it so much now. I'm like, fuck, he's been saying it the whole time and I didn't even realize it. So good.
Showing us the audience that Dent is not afraid to give the old right there Fred to the mob in Gotham. The old right there Fred.
The old right there Fred.
Dent meets with Gordon. Dent says he wants to meet with the Batman. Dent basically tells Gordon he doesn't trust his teams, but he does want to work together to take down the baddies.
I do like this scene too, where he's like, I heard they have a different nickname for me down at the MCU, and then fucking what's his name? Gordon's like, I don't know what you're talking about. I wouldn't know anything about that yet.
I wouldn't know anything about that. At Wayne Enterprises, we see Lucius is now HNIC.
Did I fuck that up?
You just put HNC.
Oops. Well, okay,
how dare you? There we go. And we meet Lau, who wants to join forces to get Wayne Enterprises in China. Of course. This holds up till today.
That's how you get that cheap labor over there. You know what I mean? Not a bad decision.
And Lucius meet after, and Bruce confirms Lau is a dirty son of a bitch and is funded by criminal activities. Bruce tells Lucius he needs a new suit, and he would like to be able to turn his neck.
Lucius with that witty comeback, he's like, a three button suit. That's very 90s of you, Mr. Wayne. He's like, I'm not talking about this suit, you fucking asshole. I'm talking about the other suit.
You fuck. Bruce and a lady friend crash Rachel and Harvey's date night. Bruce basically just sits back and lets Harvey suck the Batman off while whispering sweet nothings.
Dude, I love this ultimate flex by Bruce too, where he's like, I don't think they'll let us put the tables together. He's like, well, they should. I own the place, and he's just like, fucking put them together right now. Right now, or you're fucking fired. Just put them.
They just brought him chairs. Yeah. They did not put the tables together. They just brought chairs. All right. So not really a great flex, but you know what? I like the attitude. While hearing all of this, Bruce starts to realize Harvey truly is the hero that Gotham needs and volunteers to fund his campaign. I like that part where he's just like, no, you don't get it.
Yeah.
One fundraiser with my boys, and you won't ever
major flex. Just like never need another dime again. But we also get one of the greatest lines in movie history with Dent telling the group, You either die a hero or you live long enough to see yourself become the villain, which is like, god damn, has that ever been said like ever before this movie? Like if that hasn't and just Nolan just wrote that, it's like, fuck dude, are you a poet? Should you fucking be writing books? Should you even be writing movies right now? It's just crazy.
Dude, whoever wrote that was getting sucked off for
that's an amazing line, dude.
You know? Oh my god, it's still used to this day. Like,
yeah, for sure, right? That's like a line that everybody uses now. It's like, fuck, man, crazy.
The mob families have a secret meetup. I like the part too at that dinner where she holds up the card and covers half of his face. She's like, "Are you Batman?"
You know what I would have done? I would have pointed right to that butt chin of his and be like, "That definitely is not Batman. Batman does not have a fucking butt ass chin like this."
Batman doesn't take anal in the face, right? The mob families have a secret meetup. We're introduced to Gamble, played by Michael J. White.
Dude, Michael J. White, Spawn himself, just a fucking super underrated
Is it
actor.
Jay or Jai?
I think it's Jai. I think I
White,
fucked that up, but it's Jai White, and a super underrated actor, jacked as shit. By the way, when he's wearing those fucking suits, you could just see his shoulders are like fucking way out there. I'm like, oh, I want to look like that in a suit. Oh Jesus.
He was in that Mortal Kombat.
Yeah, dude, they totally wasted it. If he was in the actual movie as Jax, he would have made an amazing Jax. God.
Yeah, because he has that like real like serious like demeanor. You'd like to see that Jax. They tried to make him too funny.
Yeah, he was way too silly, and the way he said like the names too, Sonya Blade, like he was so like into it. Perfect. Man. He was great. Yeah,
get that RBF, but I love
Sonya Blade.
Lau joins the meeting via satellite TV and tells the mob some money has been stolen from them. While this is going down, we see Gotham PD move in on the banks the mob uses to clean their money, but it's all been moved by the time they get there. By Lau, of course.
I love Lau that too. When what's his name? Gordon gets there and you just see like the stacks of the marked bills on the ground. He just fucking kicks it. He's like, God damn it, motherfucking shit!
This guy's a fucking genius. Lau proposes to the group that they should give him the money to clean for them since he is in Hong Kong. The party is crashed by the Joker, and we finally get a look at his full attire.
Dude, I love everything about the Joker in this, and of course, Nolan completely nailing this look, and it's not like super cheesy and flashy like it was in the other movies. It's just grounded. His hair is just that nasty green color where it's like, oh, you definitely dyed that like in the bathroom, like in a fucking truck stop or something. And the face paint, I love how it's just cheaply done. You can see like the lines of his forehead still underneath the paint,
creasing and all that.
The creases in his eyes and stuff. But
well, Heath Ledger did a lot of his own makeup for this. Like he set up a lot of this. Well, he came up with this look mostly himself when he bought like cheap shit and just put it on. And, part of his thing was when he was like licking his lips.
Yeah, I saw that. Yeah.
That was like because his
the prosthetics were like coming off.
Yeah, but
that
it
made
worked.
me so uncomfortable when he licked his lips. I'm like, it's not because it's creepy, it's not because it's scary. I'm like, dude, your lips are gonna be so chapped. Like, have you? I've had so many times when I was a kid where I would get such chapped lips where you would get that red ring around your lips. I'm like, dude, your bottom lip is gonna be taking a beat. Yeah.
We get man, it's just introduction to him is great. He walks in and you say
I love that. It's so good.
Lau proposes to the group that should give him the party crash. Gamble sends one of his boys to tune his ass up, but Joker makes the pencil disappear, dude. One of the shit comes out of nowhere. Too.
Amazing.
You're just you're like, who wants to see a magic trick?
The only thing is that line was used so much after this movie came out. Like I kind of got sick of it, but bringing it back again, I'm like, fuck, man, it's just classic. It's just so good. God damn, man, this fucking line.
It's like so quick too. It just sets it on table and boom,
it's gone.
He said, "Ta-da!"
Fucking Gamble. He's like, enough with the clown. Fucking. He's getting so angry.
Joker tells the group Dent and the Batman are the problem, and Batman will eventually fuck Lau in the ass with no lube.
Not even the courtesy of your reach around. God damn it.
He's a little Asian boy too, so it's gonna hurt.
Tight.
Joker tells them he will kill the Batman for them in exchange for half of their money.
He said, what do you say? You're crazy. And he's like, no, I'm not.
I'm not crazy.
I'm not
crazy. Gambol.
Sound like an Italian. Gambol.
puts a bounty on the Joker's head. Dent meets with Batman and Gordon on the rooftop. Dent and Gordon bitch and moan to Batman about Lau skipping town and Gordon's botched bust. Batman tells Dent he can get Lau from Hong Kong, which they just extraditing motherfuckers on his own.
Yeah, they got no jurisdiction out there. So yeah.
At some point, Lucius introduces the new suit to Batman and tells him it's more vulnerable than the other suit.
I love that where he takes out the fucking thing and the fucking shit goes flying out. He's like, perhaps read the instructions first.
I'd like it. I mean, you're sacrificing some mobility for.
No, yeah, totally. It's a total like video game
armor.
kind of like trope, right? Like when you get the new armor, it's like, oh, I got speed with this armor, but it's not as strong as this, bulky armor. So it's totally like a real life scenario. Yeah, it's really cool. I like that.
You know your strengths too.
Yeah.
They'll be taking bullets head on and shit.
Yeah.
Cut to Dent and Rachel going to the ballet show and seeing a newspaper article about Bruce taking all the ballerinas out on a yacht and canceling the show.
Dude, I love that so much, dude. It's petty as fuck, too. To his girl and her new guy just taking all them ballerinas. He could have just taken maybe one or two, but he took them all out. He's like, fuck your date night. Your date night's canceled because of me.
He said, I'm gonna take y'all first. We're all gonna get pedicures because y'all feet are fucking nasty.
Yeah.
And then we're going on the boat because it's teak and you gotta take your foot. Remember that scene from Succession?
Yeah.
When when he has to take his shoes off, he's like, really? But what if you have like really bad toenails? And oh god.
And that boat was awesome. It was like a pirate ship. It wasn't like a super yacht. It was like an old school like pirate ship kind of shit. Yeah.
Beautiful.
It's like that. Yeah. It was like a Disneyland kind of boat.
We see the body of the Joker being brought to Gambol. But surprise, Joker is still alive and kills off Gambol and recruits his guys to work for him. And then we get the why he's so serious scene.
Dude, that scene in the movie theater scared the shit out of me because it was so loud when he was like yelling the why so serious line. And then like when he finally cuts him, it plays that like super loud, super loud sound. I was like, oh, Jesus fucking Christ. It fucking scared the shit out of me, man.
Dude, that fucking brutal part where you're like, well, we only got spot for one.
Oh, yeah.
So,
tryouts.
Yeah, tryouts. So he just fucking throws a broken cue stick on the ground and all three guys are just like looking at each other.
And then one of the guys is like, what the hell's a tryout?
That's tryout, you half a meatball. Cut to Lucius meeting with Lau in Hong Kong and tells Lau Wayne Enterprises has no interest in doing business with him. They fucking
he said a simple phone call might have sufficed.
He said, I like to do this shit in person.
Yeah.
So what the fuck is that? Is that a phone?
Yeah, he was like, "Hey, cell phones are not allowed." He's like,
"I like those drawers that they have." When you put the phone in, they're like see through, but it's just like, dude, I put too much. I don't organize my drawers enough.
What if I'm hiding snacks? Like, I don't want people to know I got fucking fruit snacks up in there, fruit roll-ups and shit.
Yeah, there you go, fruit roll-ups. Yeah, that's just not classified as a fruit snack. All right,
Welch's, those Welch's fruit snacks. Come on, baby. Ooh,
come on, baby. Outside, Lucius meets with Bruce and tells him he planted a phone that uses sonar to reveal its surroundings. Pretty dope. Yeah. Pretty dope. Bruce says sonar like a
submarine, Mr. Wayne.
Like a submarine.
Dude, I don't know why I love that line so much. Just the way he delivers it. Why do you gotta say it twice? I don't know, but I fucking love it. Like a submarine, Mr. Wayne. Like a submarine.
Gotta enunciate this shit. He thinks he's stupid. Later that night, we see Batman on a rooftop in his new suit shooting little timer bombs around Laos. But
dude, those are so fucking cool, man. But when they cut to that like perspective where it's like over his shoulder, I'm like, dude, that's a fucking far ass shot. Like, how are you like? You gotta like time the fucking the drop on that shit. But when you hear the doom 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 and then just and the little timers on there, it is so fucking cool, man. God, the gadgets in this,
so good, awesome. So good. Batman leaps off and glides into Lau's office and takes him hostage.
Beautiful shot, by the way, where he's just fucking gliding through like through the buildings and shit. It's so cool.
The bombs blow and Batman uses a grappling parachute to get picked up by a plane while never stopping. Fuck, dude, so sick.
We also get finally get a look at this new suit here, and it is so much better than the first suit. It's just way more like slim fitting, way more streamlined, and I love the mask like specifically because it's a lot more like angular, so it looks like a lot more tough, especially with the shadows like around him. It looks like way more cool, and I just love this suit. I love everything about this suit. It's so cool.
Agreed. The next morning, we see Lau has been dropped off in front of Gotham PD, and he's just like he's cracked out. You know?
Yeah, I was like, what is wrong with him?
After hangover.
Did you not take a nap on the fucking plane ride back? That's like an 18-hour plane ride.
He's jet lagged. Yeah, he's jet lagged. It's fine. Rachel interrogates Lau. Lau says he'll give up his clients in order not to go to county jail. Dent tells Gordon Lau might just get hit with that Rico.
McMillan.
That's exactly what I thought when he said that.
I just gave away that Rico.
I still don't know what that is.
It's an act that was created in like the 80s to against like crime bosses, like basically. It's an acronym, RICO, but I don't remember what it was. But
you might just get hit with
it's like Rico. Racketeering and all this other shit. But
it's fucking amazing, dude. I don't even know what racketeering is. I know racquetball.
I don't either. I just know that I just heard that word a couple times in this movie. So.
Oh man, conveniently, all the mobs are. Wait.
Yep. Is that right? No. Yeah.
Is that convenient?
Conveniently. Yeah.
Oh. Okay. Conveniently, all the mobsters are hanging out in a restaurant having lunch when Gordon interrupts and arrests them all. Oh, perfect. Cut to a trial with all of the other. I like how the Cheche, he's like eating.
Yeah, he's like eating a pancake.
Like, all right.
And then fucking Eric Roberts is like eating a salad. I'm like, bro, how can you be a crime boss in front of all your boys and you're eating a fucking green salad?
You can't lead anybody if you got gout. Come on, man. No, I'm not. I'm on his side.
Yeah, you're right. I guess, but like, you don't look tough. You know, at least get like a veal parmesan or something like cool
over a bed of lettuce, maybe.
Get some gabagool, something cool. You know what I mean? Like, come on.
Some gabagool. Cut to a trial with all the people who were just arrested. They're like, does anybody object? And the whole fucking left side of the courtrooms. And the judge sees a Joker card. That's what they need to do. They just need to like, all right, you're in here for the same shit as this guy. We're just going to group you all together, okay? They need to do that. Make it a little quicker. And the judge sees a Joker card in her paperwork and just tosses it aside. That is kind of like creepy. Like,
that was creepy, but I'm like, if you're the judge, wouldn't you like know like something's up? Like, that's not normal to have just a fucking Joker card in there. Like, be like, hey man, I'd look at the fucking what is it, plaintiff or whatever. Like, hey man, what is this shit?
Yeah,
go test this thing or something. You know,
who's playing jokes here?
Yeah,
huh? Dent fucking the bailiff.
Yeah, the bailiff. There we go. Plaintiff. That's the guy who's on fucking trial.
Dent meets with the mayor, and as he's taking his victory lap, a body dressed in a Batman suit with Joker's face, the same guy that had the hockey pads on.
True. Yeah, another scene that scared the Jesus out of me in the movie theaters.
God,
that fucking
dude. It was a
boom,
big
when
jump scare.
Yeah, it hits the window. I'm like, oh Jesus fucking Christ! Yeah.
He crashes into the window with a note that says, "Will the real Batman please stand up? Please stand up. Please stand up."
Dun, 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 dun. Is that
in the middle? No. In the middle of you're just a stand, bro. Okay. In the middle of prepping for Dent's fundraiser, Bruce turns on the news and sees a clip of the Joker telling Batman to reveal himself, or he will start killing people. That shit was so like,
dude,
like that interrogating kind of like where the camera angles and like the laughing and then like
this scene in my opinion is probably honestly it's my favorite scene in the whole movie, and it is so scary and terrifying. There's like no music going on, it's just the Joker's voice you could hear, and I love how they keep cutting back to like Bruce and Alfred and they're just watching in the living room. They're just like staring at it like, what the fuck is going on here? And then Joker fucking touching the guy's face and he's like, no, just shh, don't worry about that. And it's super creepy, and when he starts yelling at him with that, look at me, I'm like, oh Jesus, fucking super scary. And then him turning the camera on his own face and then being like, yeah, if the Batman doesn't reveal himself, I'm gonna start killing these motherfuckers. And then he does that crazy Joker laugh at the end, and it just fucking, the camera starts to shake. It's just, dude, it's a masterclass on how to portray a villain. It just chills every time I see it, dude. It chills. It's so good. I love that scene so much. My favorite for sure.
It does. It adds so much to it, so much depth and complexity.
It's fucking terrifying, dude.
The darkness of this character. Yeah. Later that night, Dent's fundraiser is held at Bruce's penthouse. Bruce tells Rachel Batman is no longer needed, with Harvey being Gotham's White Knight. White Knight, Grand Wizard, same shit. At Gotham PD, Ramirez tells Gordon they found 3 sets of fingerprints on the Joker card pinned to the dead body. Judge Cirillo, Harvey Dent, and Commissioner Loeb. All 3 of Joker's next targets. Yeah, that shit's fucking... that shit's kind of scary.
Again, more little like tricky tricks that Joker's playing on here. It's crazy.
The police arrive at the judge's house, but... Fuck, dude. I didn't get this part, like, they were dirty. I didn't think that they were in on it until, like, I watched it, like...
Dude, the way they just drive off and they see the explosion, they're like, that sucks. They just keep going. They're like, fuck it.
It must have been the wind.
I love that too, where she just looks at the thing and it says look up, and right as she looks up, boom, like, oh fuck, crazy.
Judge is blown to Kingdom Come. Gordon heads over to Loeb, who whips out a bottle of scotch, and as he takes a sip, he keels over and dies.
Dude, more like Commissioner fucking booze bag over here, you know what I'm saying? But how about this acting here from Gary Oldman, where again, Gary Oldman, my favorite part of this entire series for sure. But when Loeb is like, how the hell did they get my DNA anyways? And then fucking, Gary Oldman's like looking at the paperwork. He's like, they must have pulled your DNA off of something like a tissue or a glass. And he sees him drinking the thing, and he looks over, just white. Again, the yelling, just Gary Oldman, master of yelling.
I love it.
White.
Gordon heads over to Loeb, where he dies. Bruce sneaks up behind Harvey, chokes him out, and hides him in a closet.
I love that because fucking Rachel's like, what the fuck are you doing?
Jesus!
Yeah. They're coming for him. I like how he's not even in the bat suit, but he's still like, they're coming for him.
They're coming. They're like, wait, I know that voice. The Joker crashes the party looking for Harvey Dent. Ooh, this part's chilling also.
Yeah.
We get another, let's put a smile on that face.
Dude, that part where he gets fucking Rachel and he's just like whispering in her face, I'm like, this is terrifying too, because that blade is like right there next to her face. Like, I had to imagine that reaction from Maggie Gyllenhaal was like genuine fear. It was right there in her face.
He tells another story.
I like how he keeps switching too. It's really
he keeps
cool.
switching it, changing it about how he got these scars, and it's like a recurring thing. You want to know how I got these scars?
She can't stand the sight of me. I'm like, oh my god, the
sight of me.
So good.
And the way he delivers it is just, and the way he eats too. It's just like you're like,
I like when he takes the champagne out of that lady's hand and it goes everywhere, and he starts to take a sip. He's like, oh, there's fucking nothing left. Straight like Charlie Chaplin shit.
Oh man, he does so good. Just like he just has a knife too. Yeah. He's just walking around like, holy fuck.
We are tonight's entertainment.
We get another. The Joker says, "You got a little fight in you. I like that."
And then he says, "Then you're gonna love me." Batman just out of nowhere, "You're gonna love me." And then shout out to that dude who gets caught in Bruce's bedroom with his little side piece over there, just slicing himself off a little piece of jerky. You know what I mean?
He's like, "Oh, good, you have a panic crew."
You have a panic crew. I like how he just disappears in that thing. Like, they're not wondering like, where the fuck did Bruce Wayne go? He's
like, I have to return some video tips. And he just leaves.
And that part too, where like Bruce is walking down the hallway and takes out that dude, and he starts like taking apart that shotgun. I'm like, fucking dude, that's fucking dope.
Fucking good. The Joker says, okay, Joker and the Batman have a little tiff, a little tussle, if you will. Joker lets Rachel fall down the building as Bruce dives out to save her.
Let her go.
Bruce dives out. Let her go. Poor choice of words. Bruce talks with Alfred back at HQ to try to make sense of it all. Alfred tells Bruce the story of a thief who just wanted to watch the world.
Again, master acting from Michael Caine. I love that whole story. I could listen to that dude talk all day about that story. That story is so cool. He's
Ben.
Yeah, and when he's talking about a ruby the size of a tangerine.
A tangerine.
The size of a tangerine.
I'd just be standing there like,
Yeah, like, can you tell the rest of that story, please? This is awesome.
and then what happened? At a crime scene, Batman finds a hole in a wall where a bullet was fired and takes the whole brick to analyze. I like this. Like this
Where
part
did you get
is
that
like,
little tool from? That little drill. What if he ran out of batteries? Like, do you got a charger? I need a USB-C.
USB-C. What is that?
Yeah, that was not even yet. That's not even a thing.
I don't even think it had USB 3.0.
Oh my
Gordon
god, yeah, probably not.
Figures out that Joker's next target is the mayor.
Dude, I love all that tech shit though, where he putting like the different bullets into the bricks with the fucking gun. That's I'm not sure you made it loud enough, sir. And then when he fucking puts the brick into like that analyzing thing, I'm like, dude, this tech shit is fucking dope in this movie.
Yeah, I thought it was a little much when they pulled that fingerprint off it though. Yeah. I'm like, oh,
how is that possible? But like
okay.
all the fragments and stuff where it like kind of goes like back together. I'm like,
oh wait, I think I get it now. Because he analyzed the original brick.
And then he used
he's
trying to find like the same caliber, I think, of like what it was.
So then they piece together.
Yeah.
Okay.
But it's still kind of a reach though, because it's not gonna. How is it gonna break
reach.
the exact same way as like that other bullet? You know,
for Batman though. I mean, this isn't really. I mean,
it's still pretty.
I guess I'm not surprised. I mean, especially with that sonar shit that
he is the world's greatest detective. So.
Yeah. Yes. Fucking Sherlock Holmes would like to work with you. In the Batcave, Bruce does some tests to figure out the caliber of the bullet shot into the brick. Bruce heads into an apartment overlooking the funeral ceremony for Loeb. This fucking Loeb over here. Bruce finds tied up guards and says they took their uniforms and guns. One of those guards one of the guys on Joker's squad, if you notice, is he's in a lot of movies. He was in Blade Runner 2049. He was the guy he was in Ant-Man.
Oh yeah, he was the
Russian guy.
Baba Yaga. Yeah, he was the Russian guy. Yeah.
He's one of those guys.
But that guy though, he was tied up, and then Bruce just fucking rips off the tape. I'm like, dude, why do you have to rip it so violently? Jesus.
He had a fucking fat mustache too.
Yeah, I was about to say, you're gonna rip off his fucking facial hair, dude. Take it easy.
We see the Joker with no makeup, disguised as one of the guards, giving the 21 gun salute.
It's freaky too, the way his face looks without the makeup. I'm like,
because you can see like the scar, prosthetics and shit. It looks weird. Like,
but a side note here, did you ever watch the Michael Keaton Batman with Jack Nicholson?
I believe so.
Because there's a scene in there where it's kind of like the opposite of what happened here, where Jack Nicholson has like a normal face, but he still has the smile, and then he starts taking off like the normal makeup, and underneath is the white makeup, like his white skin. So it's like reverse what's actually happening. So it's like he's taking off like the brown like normal face, and then it's white underneath. I'm like, fuck,
brown face.
Yeah, it's fucking freaky, dude. It's awesome.
That's cool. He turns and shoots at the mayor, but Gordon dives in front and takes a shot for him and is presumed dead.
Like, do you even like this mayor? Like, why would you do that?
No, I'd be like, oh no!
It's like, oh, wait, right. Stop. Oh,
God damn it. It's mayhem all around, but one of the guards is taken and cuffed in an ambulance. Dent takes the ambulance and threatens to kill them. This part, like when Dent just like starts taking the fucking shit into his own hands, he's starting to become a vigilante.
When the fucking guy he just looks down at his name tag and it says Rachel Doss, I'm like, oh shit, this is fucking dope, dude. Like it's been planned all along. It's awesome.
And this like creepy laugh. He's like,
yeah, he tries to like stifle it, but the real part where he like starts to drive off in the ambulance and he's like, oh fuck, like I can't get out, and he starts to like panic and he's trying to like get out of the handcuffs.
I love it. He threatens to kill him if he doesn't tell him Joker's plan. Dent starts to flip a coin to decide his fate, but Batman intervenes and tells him he's an Arkham patient and doesn't know shit.
His name is Schiff. Paranoid schizophrenic.
That's fucking crazy.
And
Batman tells Dent.
Well, dude, Aaron Eckhart in this scene is just so fucking good. This might be my favorite scene he's in this whole movie from Aaron Eckhart. He's so like the way he's just yelling at him with the fucking in the coin. He's like, I want it, when he fucking puts the gun right to his forehead. And he's like, nah, you're not gonna do it. He's like, I want it. And he starts spinning the chamber and shit. And then
he shoots first.
Yeah, and he shoots.
So those like, guns are live, or the rounds are live, and he just fucking.
You know how hot that must have been, like putting that fucking barrel to his forehead. And I like too where he starts flipping the coin and it lands on head, and he's like, let's try it again. And then the guy's like, no, let's not do that again. And then fucking Batman catching it, and he's like, you're gonna leave this man's life up to chance? And he's like, not exactly. Like, again, it's like that fucking line. I'm like, oh, it makes sense. He's not leaving his life up to chance. He's just fucking with him. Like, fuck, man.
It's such a crazy, like, mind tactic, too, that you think. But this guy's also crazy. He's probably looking at fucking Daffy Duck right now.
Yeah.
Batman tells Dent he's going to turn himself in tomorrow. So, you know.
And then fucking Aaron Eckhart, again, the yelling, you can't give in. You can't give in! I'm like, fuck it, dude. He's so good.
So good. So visceral.
You can't give in!
Bruce goes back to his penthouse and has a hot makeout sesh with Rachel, telling her he's done being Batman.
Rachel, just a little hussy out here. You know what I mean? Just making out with everybody, making out with ex-boyfriends, new boyfriends. Like, when does Alfred get some too? You know what I'm saying?
Old lovers, new lovers.
What about
gay
Gordon?
lovers?
Are you gonna give some to Gordon at one point? Like,
yeah. What about Alfred?
Yeah,
I'm sure he's lonely.
Just a little hussy, a little huss.
Little huss. The next morning, Dent holds a press conference and tells the people Batman is needed. And tells the police that he's Batman and is arrested for it.
And then Dent gives us the "It's always darkest before the dawn" line, which I'm like, fuck, man, I love that line so much. It's like a line that you actually use in your real life. It's like, yeah, you know, shit gets tough, but it gets the worst before it gets better. So I always like that line. Yeah.
I thought this was like a fucking, because you could tell like Dent believes
totally
in
dude.
Fucking in what Batman is doing, along with Gordon, but like he wants to protect him because he loves the city so much that he feels that what's going on he can't do on his own. He can't, and this is how he does it, through Batman.
It's amazing writing, and it's just amazing acting from Aaron Eckhart too in this press conference scene, where he's just like, yeah, we need him, and eventually he's gonna have to pay for everything he's done, but not right now. Right now we need him. When he's ready to turn himself in, he's gonna answer to us, not to this fucking maniac over here. So yeah, it's great. Yeah.
God, it's so good. Rachel tells Alfred Bruce is a fucking cocksucker and gives him a letter to give to Bruce. He's a little fucking Alfred. Dent sets up a trap for Batman to take the Joker down by transferring to a holding unit, which is, I mean, we've all seen SWAT. We know how that goes.
Oh yeah, dude, definitely.
$100 million.
Whoever gets me out of here.
The armored truck takes off, and we get a huge action scene. With
Actually,
the Joker
before you get into that, one last note here. Again, with the coin, I love it where he just tosses it at Rachel before he gets in the van. He's like, "Head says I do it," and he just has like this big smile on his face. And then she tells him again, like, you can't leave something like this up to chance. And he finally tells her, he's like, I'm not leaving it up to chance. As the door closes, and then she looks at the coin, she's like, you make your own luck. I'm like, fuck yeah, dude. So fucking cool, man.
She's like, that's why I love your cock. That's why. It's just, she's like, my mouth's watering right now.
You motherfucker. This whole fucking time, you fucking kidding me?
Are you fucking kidding me? God. The armored truck. Oh, dude, such a great fucking scene right here. Batman shows up and sacrifices the tumbler.
Yeah, we could break that down if you want, because I just kind of went through it real quick. But that part where fucking Joker takes out that is that guy's got a bazooka. The guy in the passenger seat, and then the way that Batman just times this, he sees the bazooka come out, he just fucking guns it with that button and just jumps right in front of it, taking the shot. Amazing.
The fucking tank
so
tanking.
Cool.
It's tanking the shot, bro. I love it. Fortunately, we lose the tumbler, but we get a cool little. I like the Bat Cycle. It looks dope because like he's very fucking like. It utilizes those fat fucking wheels. Yeah. The way it like moves, like it sounds incredible. It sounds like futuristic, like an e-bike or something.
How about just the scene of this motorcycle? So it was so quick, but it's by far the most hype moment, maybe other than the last scene, the ending, in my opinion, in this whole franchise. The eject system gets initiated by the computer. The wheel starts fucking spinning super quick. And we get that side shot of the tumbler like getting like fucking transformed, with the side panels like going up and down. And then fucking Batman pulls the levers, just boom, and the guns pop out, and the computer says goodbye, and then just boom, blasts out, and the music hits right as he gets out of there. I'm like, let's fucking go, dude. Every fucking time. It's super hype, dude. I love that scene so much. It's so fucking cool. That bat cycle.
Oh, the bat cycle.
The bat cycle. That music cue, dude, right as it fucking explodes out of there. Oh my god. And the camera like follows it too as it's going out. It's so fucking cool, dude. God.
Perfect because it's like it's dark.
Yeah.
But you could tell what it is, like what he's on. It looks beefy at the same time, and his cape that's flowing.
Yeah, as it's going.
Riding looks so fucking dope.
And when he's in that mall, like on that, like kind of like that, you know, that tile surface, I'm like, dude, that ride must be so smooth on those big fat tires.
Yeah, baby, those big fat tires.
I love the look of it, man. It's so cool. On that poster too, where he's doing that wheelie, it's like the fucking whole motorcycle's up. I'm like, fuck, dude, that's so sick.
Batman flips the truck the Joker is in. It was pretty cool because he was in a big semi, and then he shoots like those fucking the tire, the wire.
And the guy's like, he missed us.
Boom.
Yeah, you just see the Joker like driving and then like flip over. Yeah, it's amazing. But he does that weird like kind of wall thing where he like kind of goes up and then he does that flip and he like comes back down. It looks a little like, you know, looks a little like a toy kind of, but it's okay. It's really cool.
Batman plays a little chicken with the Joker, and he ends up.
I want you to hit me.
I want you to hit me. Come on.
I want you to hit me. Come on.
And then he fucking
that
he goes down.
Come on. Come on.
He goes down, but it was all a little switcheroo because
we got you son of a bitch.
Gordon is still alive, and he takes the Joker into custody. He reveals himself as one of the gods.
Yeah, I like he replaced his glasses with like dope like fucking like shooter like goggle things.
Joker is locked up in the MCU, and MCU.
That's what they call it. I don't know what it stands for, but it is MCU though. Yeah,
Marvel Cinematic Universe.
Yeah, that's Gordon. I kept thinking about too.
Gordon gets promoted to commissioner because Loeb fucking bipped. Gordon takes Joker into the interrogation room where Joker meets Batman face to face. Oh man, this part, like this scene, this interrogation scene,
acting, dude. Even just like the little like conversation that they have with Joker, where he's like, "You don't act like you're one of them. You're not one of them," and shit like that. I'm like, dude, you're so fucking good, Heath Ledger. He's so good,
so perfect too. Batman starts beating the shit out of the Joker, asking where Rachel is. Like,
where is she?
He's beating him. He's
I love it. I love that part. I love that scene too, where he keeps beating him. He's like, "You have nothing. There is nothing you could do. You've got all this strength, but you can't do anything." It's so good.
And meanwhile, while this is going on, you got that guy in the cell.
Yeah.
One of where he's just, my insides are hurting. He's just like,
back the fuck away from the bars.
He said, back the fuck up. So fuck you up, man. And this will come in. This will show up soon. Joker ends up giving them Batman and fucking Gordy 2 addresses. One where Dent is, and the other is where Rachel is at.
Which one are you going after? Rachel.
Oh man, but like such a subtle little like mind game he played here.
So crazy. I remember seeing this in the movie theater. I'm like, oh, you fucking asshole. When he breaks the fucking lock open and it's Dent, I'm like, oh shit.
No!
Yeah.
No!
Not me!
Not me! She said it's gonna be okay. Yeah. It'll be okay. Just
imagine she was like, you motherfuckers. You fucking asshole. Just
I wanna live!
Are you fucking kidding me?
Batman goes after Rachel, Gordon goes after Dent. Batman breaks the door open, ends up being Dent, to which Joker planned that all along. He knew. And it's perfect because it just fucking that's where Dent switched.
Oh yeah, that's that Inception right there. Yeah.
That's the moment Dent switched because he's like, you don't fucking care.
And of course, fucking Dent falling right on his face into the petrol. Yeah, he puts a lot in his mouth. I'm like, stop. That's not good for you.
Maybe he was trying to get high, you know? Maybe one last high before you die.
One last go around.
Fuck it, you know?
Face full of petrol. Yeah.
If I'm going to go out, I'm going out on heroin, you know? Black tar shit. Come on. Gordon gets there too late, and Rachel gets fucking blown.
Dude, they don't even get close to the building. I'm like, how fucking long did it take you to get there? Jesus Christ. Put a little fucking pep in your step, Gordon. Jesus.
Or he's sitting in traffic.
Oh, yeah, because they were, remember? Because he was like, mount the curb! And they had to, like, go on the fucking side.
Oh, that's right.
Yeah, so I guess, yeah, that makes sense why they didn't get there on time.
The explosives go off, burning half of Dent's face. This is while they're already out of the building, so this shit was soaked, bro. His skin was soggy with that shit. Joker escapes by blowing the place up with that guy that was in the cell. He ended up having a fucking bomb phone, stitched into his fucking stomach, which looked nasty, dude. Ugh, that shit was like.
And the Joker
said,
gets the phone and he calls it. Yeah.
He said, I just want my phone call.
What do you want? Just want my phone call.
Oh man, he plays such mind games because he got that guard that was looking after him to fucking.
He's like, how many of your friends did I kill? Yeah, and the guy was like, you killed 6 of my friends, and he's like, ooh, 6. Yeah, he's like, ooh, 6. Sorry.
Alfred reads Rachel's letter that says, I love you, but Harvey has a cock, so I'm going to marry him and not you. It's about girth. It's about power.
She stays hungry.
She devours. He puts in the work.
Oh my god. She devours. God.
And
just
she
takes semen demon.
We take what's ours, okay? Oh man. Pump and dump. All right. Alfred sets it down for Bruce to read, but like immediately withdraws that shit.
Yeah,
he takes it back.
I like how Bruce is like, "What is that?" He's like, "Nah, I could wait." If I was Bruce, I'd be like, "Give me that fucking letter before I break your fucking neck right now." I'm not in the fucking mood, Alfred. All right. My fucking girlfriend just died. This fucking guy is half burnt. Give me the fucking letter right now.
He's fucking sitting there, just in his fucking suit still, like out of a fucking bender. Dude.
It's like after like a double overtime fucking basketball game where you're just like,
and you lose.
Yeah.
Oh man, that one fucking guy that lost to fucking Nadal recently to that long ass. We were just sitting there like he was up 2 sets and everything. Anyways, Alfred sets it down. Bruce is down in the dumps, so over his dead lover, so he doesn't fucking give him the note. Gordon visits Dent in the hospital. We learn that Dent refuses to get skin grafts for his face. Dent makes Gordon tell him what his nickname was in the MCU.
Dude, Gary Oldman's acting again in this scene where fucking Aaron Eckhart's like, what was that nickname they gave me when I was in internal affairs? And he's like, I don't know. He's like, say it. And then he's like, Two-Face. Harvey Two-Face. It's just so good. And then, like, especially too when Aaron Eckhart like turns around and he actually sees the face, and then Gordon's like, "Oh shit! Like, what the fuck what the hell happened to you?" But it's so good, dude. His facial reactions, so good.
It looks good too. Like, it looks scary.
Looks really good. Yeah.
I remember. So a little side thing here. For the longest time when I was a kid, I had this Batman and Robin pillowcase. And it was like purple, and like the border. Okay, so in the middle was Batman and Robin, and then on the sides was like a vertical looking like a film reel almost, and then on the top was like the Joker, and then you see Two-Face, and these are like the animated ones, Two-Face, and then Penguin, and it was like I remember I had that for so fucking long.
I'm gonna see if I can find that.
Yeah, maybe you could find that, dude. It's old school, man. I loved that pillowcase so goddamn much. Joker. On the news, we see one of Bruce's employees, Reese, reveal to everyone that he knows the true identity of Batman.
That little fucker. I hate that guy. That guy's
fucking Reese, dude. What a name.
Yeah.
Fucking Reese.
He has such a baby face too. He looks like he's like 12 years old.
Yeah, love Reese's, hate Reese. Joker calls in before it's revealed and says that if Reese isn't killed in the next hour, he will start blowing up hospitals. Gordon sends all his troopers to every hospital to evac.
The priority is Gotham General. Wheel everybody out of that place right now. Just the fucking yelling that he does. Gotham General. He's so
Gotham
good.
General.
Yeah.
That's where Dent is.
It's so good, dude. I love it.
Since it's broad daylight but out, Bruce takes the Lambo. He said, he said, wait, being conspicuous. Oh, the Lamborghini.
Lamborghini, yeah.
Lamborghini. Saves
If
Reese
you ask
before
Matt to
truck
ever
can
do
keep
a
him.
Michael Caine impression, he will say that line. I promise you.
Yeah?
Yeah.
Okay, I'll ask him as soon as this is done.
Yeah.
Saves Reese before a truck can T-bone the car. I was like, if that lane was open the whole time, there'd be so many fucking people in there. Anyways, it was a little smart on his end, thinking about that, because he's like,
the sound the Lambo makes to you when he's like fucking speeding up, where he's using like the shifters. Yeah, so cool.
Yeah.
And then as he gets out of the car, fucking Gordon's like, that's a very nice thing you did right there, Mr. Wayne. And he's like, oh, was that not a green light or whatever he said?
He said, I was just trying to catch the light.
Yeah, he's like, you think I should go to the hospital? You don't watch the news, do you, Mr.
Wayne? Joker pays a visit to Dent in the hospital and tells him there's no hard feelings. It was all business. And then to which this part when he's dressed in the nurse's outfit and Harvey or Two-Face is looking at him.
I don't understand this.
And then he takes off just the mask,
and then he
mask that covers, and then he goes crazy like you didn't
see his fucking eyes.
That wasn't the ugliest nurse you've ever seen in your life.
And I love that part too, where he's like, "Whatever happened to you?" And Rachel. And then you can see Joker being like, "Okay, sorry."
Oh Jesus Christ!
You just see his hands like go up. He's like, "Okay, sorry. All right, you and Rachel. All right." But yeah, I mean, I have a little trivia here. When Harvey holds the Joker at gunpoint in the hospital scene, you can see the Joker is actually holding the revolver's hammer with his finger, thus preventing the shot in case Harvey's coin lands on the bad side. So yeah, he has his thumb like on the actual hammer. So if he does pull the trigger, it's not going to go off.
Yeah, interesting. I never noticed that. I thought like, all right, he's really willing to fucking. He's really thinking Two-Face is gonna.
Tricky tricks.
Finish
More of them, yeah.
Fuck the chaos. Joker, Dent flips a coin to decide if he should kill Joker or not, and he said, "You live,
you die."
You die.
I love that coin.
You see, like this side.
I'm like, dude, when I see that
permanently open,
is really nice teeth though, Aaron Eckhart.
Yeah.
And that I'm like, but that is immediately going to be cavities because that's exposed to air, which a lot of bacteria, and that's just straight like. Under the skin, you're getting sick immediately. Like you can't even go outside. Yeah, infection for sure. Yeah, you're dead. Yeah,
especially with the Joker around you. You don't know what that guy has COVID 38 already, dude. Joker ends up, dude. Batman, all those bats. Jesus Christ, he's living in Wuhan.
You know how much like fucking bat shit must be on the floor of that goddamn bat cave? Disgusting.
Yeah, that shit's toxic too. Yeah. Joker ends up blowing. What? Joker ends up blowing the empty hospital and takes a bus full of hostages with him. That part I heard was like improvised because it was supposed to all blow up at once after.
Yeah, that's what I heard too. But I've also heard that it wasn't. So it wasn't.
I believe it wasn't. Yeah. I believe it was
just
too. I don't know.
Yeah.
Let's just believe it. Agree to disagree. Okay. Back at Wayne Enterprises. Sorry. Bruce shows Fox the projects he's been working on. Bruce has rigged every cell phone in Gotham to use the sonar technology, giving him eyes to everything and everyone in the city. Which is like, yeah, that's believable. Totally. Yeah. I totally believe that they can do that shit anyways,
Like a submarine, Mr. Wayne.
Like a submarine.
Like a submarine.
Fox tells him he'll help him this one time, but we'll resign when it's all over.
I like how you said that. You said it exactly like it. I'll help you this one time.
This one time.
Consider this my resignation.
My resignation. He said when you're finished.
Yeah. Type in your name. I never understood why he needs to type in his name. What is that got to do with anything?
He said, as long as this will be at Wayne Enterprises, I won't.
I won't.
I love it. He's got morals. Your name. We see prisoners, and he's got the dope fucking bow tie too. We see prisoners and civilians boarding ferries to evac the city.
That part where he's talking to Reese, he's like, "You want to blackmail a man who beats up criminals at night?" And he's like, "Good luck." He gives him that look like, "Good luck."
The boats get stopped dead in the water when they find explosives in the bottom of the boat and a detonator for each boat. But other side. So one ferry has the detonator to blow up the prisoner.
I actually have a trivia fact for that. So the ferry with the civilians, if they would have detonated their detonator, it would have blown themselves up. Yeah, so it would have. Yeah, it would have been like super chaos if it actually would have went through with it.
Yeah,
so,
that's true.
Yeah.
That makes sense. Huh. Yeah, Joker gives them a choice to kill or be killed by using the detonator, and they had until I don't know whatever
midnight till midnight. Yeah, the old Cinderella.
Yeah, the clock strokes midnight. You know, Debo. Oh yeah, Debo.
Totally.
He said, "I'm gonna do something.
You should have done an hour ago, or whatever." Yeah.
And he throws a detonator out on the prison boat.
And he goes with his homies, and they're like, "Yeah,
yeah,
I'm like, that's right."
Yes, that's my Debo throws the detonator out on the prison boat, and the civilian, the fucking guy, he said, "I'll fucking do it."
He's like, "I got it, man.
Do it. I got it. Come on, I'll fucking. Nobody wants the blood on their hands. I'll fucking do it. I got cum on my hands already." And
the part that pisses me off every time, though, where the guy gets the paper and he's like, "All right, everybody, write your fucking votes on the fucking thing." I'm like, bro, we do not have any.
And he writes
fucking,
it. And he's just like,
I fucking hate that, dude. We don't got time for this shit. Hurry up. We got to count it and everything. I'd be like, anybody got a pen anywhere in here?
If I was fucking reading it, I'd be like, that's 1 yes, 2 yes, 3 yes, all yeses. All right, let's do it.
That's 50 yeses. All right, let's blow it.
Say, but wait, I did.
Blow it.
Oh. I would say, hey, put your name down too, so we can throw you out of the fucking boat if you said no. That guy ended up pussing out too, so nobody blew each other, which sucks.
No.
I would have loved to see people blow each other up. Gordon and his troops find where the hostages were taken. Batman tells Gordon it's a trap and decides to move in without him.
So good. Again, Gordon just being like, fucking like, we have the shot. We need to fucking take him out. And then fucking Batman's like, fuck this, I'm going in. And he's like, and he points his gun like, we need to find Dent. Dent's in there. I need to save Dent.
Yeah. Starts fucking yelling. I like, because he has like, doesn't Batman have like goggles on at this point too?
He didn't put them on yet when he gets in there.
Oh, not yet. Oh, yeah, that's right.
Yeah.
Batman moves in and finds out the hostages and criminals have their roles reversed. Because he
so
notices,
cool,
like,
dude.
the guns are taped to their hands.
Scary, he takes down that one guy, takes off the mask, and it's all taped up. I'm like, oh, fuck, dude, that's so cool.
If he just fucking tried. Good thing he doesn't kill people.
Yeah.
Jesus.
Well, also the sniper, like, he was looking down the scope. Like, you could definitely see the tape, like, around their hands, so...
He's like, oh, he's just making sure he's holding on to the gun.
He's he's got weak wrists. He needs to...
Maybe weak wrists, or maybe he's just like one of those guys that just like throws the gun when he's out of ammo. You know,
he just
instead of reloading.
he just came back from the gym. He's gotta tape up the wrists.
He's got weak wrists. Batman gets the sonar vision, and Fox tells him where the tangos are located in the building.
So fucking cool. I didn't even realize this till I was reading the trivia. So when those like eyes flip over, it's like the animated series where the eyes are glowing. I'm like, oh shit! This is my first time ever like realizing that. I didn't even think about that, but yeah, that sonar vision where it's like going through the building and it's zooming into the rooms, and then you can hear Fox talking over like the footage, and it's like kind of like digitized. It's so fucking cool, dude.
It sounds dope.
Yeah.
It looks dope.
He's like, on this floor, the hostages are over here, and then and then like these groups over here, and they're waiting for the SWAT to come up. I'm like, oh dude, this is so cool.
He has to deal with the SWAT team moving, the hostages, and the criminals all at once.
Dude, it gets me so much anxiety watching this scene every time. It's so overwhelming as Batman. Just SWAT has no idea about the role reversal situation, so he's got to like handle them without killing them. He's trying to save the hostages from getting shot by the SWAT. He's trying to take out the criminals all by himself. It's like, Jesus Christ, dude, how are you gonna fucking do this? Yeah.
I mean, he's Batman. Batman finally reaches Joker on the top floor, and they have an old-fashioned scuffle. You know, fisticuffs.
Yeah.
Joker gets the upper hand and waits for the fairies to blow each other up. But
and here we go.
I like the way the Joker fights too, he's just like rapping.
Yeah.
He's just,
Dude, that part where like the goggles like start to like flicker a little bit, and then Fox is like, stand by, and then all you see is fucking Joker with that crowbar just coming in swinging. I'm like, oh shit, that's fucking dope.
It's fucking crazy. He decides to take matters into his own hands and tries to set off the bombs, but Batman shoots his gauntlet at him and strings. I like that part too, where he's just like,
I forgot what he says until I saw this again. I was like, oh my god, that's fucking hilarious.
He can't help because this is he's gonna start saying his story. He's like, you want to know how I got these?
He's like,
stars?
oh yeah, by the way, he's like, by the way, you want to know how I got this?
He said no, but I know how you got these ones.
Fucking shoots him so cool, and he's like,
and then he starts he's falling, and then he grapples them, and he's laughing while he's falling.
I love the Joker falling down and laughing at the same time, because Batman won't let him die, and he knows that. So it's so fucking good. And that final speech he gives too, where he's like, I need you and you need me, so we're just gonna keep doing this over and over again. I'm like, fuck yeah, dude, that is so cool. It's so fucking shitty that he died, because if he would have came back in a future movie, man, amazing. It would have been amazing.
Yeah,
it sucks.
Yeah. It's all right though. That's why this is so good, because this is all we get. This is like, Gordon meets with Two-Face in the spot where Rachel died and has Gordon's family hostage. Two-Face is about to shoot Gordon's son when Batman tackles him down, killing Dent.
Batman has an amazing speech here where Two-Face was like why did the Joker choose me? Like to fucking just ruin my life. And the Batman's like, because you were the best of us. You wanted to prove that even someone good as you could fall. And I'm like, oh fuck, dude, you're so right, man. The fucking Gotham's true. White Knight, dude. Yeah.
Man, Gotham's Grand Wizard.
Gotham's Gandalf. Yeah.
Wrong Grand Wizard. Batman tells Gordon Gotham must never know what Harvey did, and tells Gordon to put the blame on Batman. Tells him to call it in. Batman runs away. Gordon's son asks, why are you running? Why?
And he says, because we have to chase him. Because the hero that Gotham deserves, but not the one it needs right now. So we'll hunt him, because he can take it. I'm like, fucking Gary Oldman, dude. He's so good. Because he's not a hero. He's a silent guardian. A watchful protector. A dark night. And he just fucking goes off into the light on his motorcycle. And I'm like, are you fucking kidding me with this ending? Probably the greatest ending of all time. Hands down for sure. A dark night. And then the fucking score hits. The Dark Knight like credits roll. I'm like, fuck yeah, dude. This fucking ending. It's so fucking good.
Let's go.
Oh my god, man. Oh, I love that ending so much, dude.
Yeah, it doesn't get much better than that.
Let's go ahead and rank these movies here. I mean, it's a no-brainer. This is way better than the first. Not way better. I'd say it's better, but the first one is still good. But goddamn,
this is no, like the first one is great. This is just,
you know what? This might be
sheer
the best.
Fantastic.
This might be the best movie we reviewed on this podcast, like ever. Like I don't even.
It's the most well-rounded movie for sure. It is the most it's probably one of the best movies that we've reviewed. I will agree with you there.
It's so fucking good.
I mean, we have our biased movies that we really love, but this is a movie that just like people are love so much. Like there's and it still holds up to this day too. You know.
I just feel like I just got done banging. Like I need a heater. God, I feel drained right now. Like, god damn, that fucking ending. A dark night. Just, are you kidding me? What a fucking speech at the end of that movie. Oh, I can't get over it. It's so fucking
Harvard Dent.
Let's get into what are we doing? I guess we already ranked it. Well, next week, Myles, we're gonna be not next week. I guess we can do it this weekend if you have time.
Yeah.
But we're gonna be changing it up with this next movie. We're gonna have a little fun. All right. We've been serious for the past 2 episodes. Also, thank you for reminding me of the title there. I changed it so episode 96, and it says Dark Knight now. So next week for episode 97, we're gonna be doing Batman and Robin. I'm gonna ask Nick if he wants to come on too, because he likes that movie. So I'm gonna see if he wants to come on. But man, I'm pretty excited for this. It's been very serious these last two podcasts, so I can't wait to just have fun and just fuck around and shit on this movie. So
it's a good movie.
But
Batman and Robin. It's a good movie to shit on.
Yeah,
it's
definitely.
Fun.
Yeah,
I love it.
I can't wait to do our best fucking Arnold Schwarzenegger impressions. Just these crazy puns that he has.
Nice to meet you.
Can't wait. But after that, we're gonna be doing Myles' favorite, The Dark Knight Rises, and then after that should be The Batman, which we're gonna watch in Dolby. Can't wait for that.
Mm-hmm. But we're not going to be doing a full podcast on that. We'll
I mean, we could do. We just do like a quick. Just a quick talk about that, and then we'll see what we're gonna do after that. I got some things in mind, but we'll talk about it. But Myles, give them the plugs where they can find our podcast, and we are out of here.
Yeah, sortainteresting.com. That's where you can find this podcast, the first podcast of this series, Batman Begins, and all of our podcasts from the past, all of our previous series. Episode 96, man, we're almost to 100. We're almost.
I didn't even think about that. That's pretty crazy.
Yeah, our fucking CN, you know? Pinche CN. Yeah, dude, we're youtube.com/sortainteresting, patreon.com/sortainteresting. Go check it out. Go see what we got. You know, we don't got much, but you know, we got enough for you. And if you help us out, kick us something, we'll get some more shit going.
Let me give a shout out to this user who's been watching our videos and commenting. His username is RDLX, stands for Royal Deluxe. So this guy's been watching all of our stuff and commenting. So I probably
what is he commenting?
I probably should have talked about this in the top of the podcast. But you know, if he made it this far, we'll know he's a real fan. But I don't know if he may or may not. But yeah, he's been commenting on all of our podcasts, even the Oceans podcast, which nobody watched. Like, well, what are you doing? What are you doing down there? Like, that's like our basement. Like we keep all the junk down there.
That's our pregame ritual for when we go to Vegas.
What are you doing over there?
That's for us. That's for us, really.
Why are you in the Oceans podcast? That's
where true fans come from.
That is our beginning stages there. But RDLX, shout out to RDLX. Thanks for watching, commenting. And then, shout out to everybody on Spotify, on SoundCloud. There's always a lot of listeners on SoundCloud, so appreciate that. So.
Mm-hmm. Always, again, shout out to at the Huskies, Huskies,
the Huskies, definitely.
And
intro and outro music. Always got some good music of his own. Go check out his Spotify. He's on iTunes as well. You could buy his album, so that's really cool. Mm-hmm. But I guess that is it. We will see you next week for Batman and Robin. Go get your best Arnold Schwarzenegger impressions ready, everybody. But we'll see you next time. Where's Rachel?